Question number 5 is parametric equation. As you have seen that parametric equation is, instead of one equation where we have two variables x and y, we have the equation broken down into two parts, one for x and one for y, in terms of a third variable known as the parameter, and this is t. So this is C12 where we have to find an expression for the gradient, and then we have to find the values of the turning point, dy by dx equal to 0. What happens? So let's start. First of all, question number A, for finding dy by dx, we need dy by dt divided by the chain rule, dy by dt divided by dx by dt. So let's find an expression for dy by dt. So y equals to 3 cos 2t. Therefore, dy by dt is going to be 3, derivative of cos is minus sine theta, into chain rule is 2. So this would be minus 6 sine 2t. Next, dx by dt. So x is 4 sine theta, where theta is t plus pi by 6. So if we differentiate x, we get dx by dt. 4 sine theta is cos theta. Theta is just a pronoun for this entire angle. Into the chain rule, d by dt of this angle is going to be 1. So this is going to be 4 cos t plus pi by 6. So the gradient dy by dx is going to be dy by dt divided by dx by dt, which is going to be minus 6 sine 2t divided by 4 cos t plus pi by 6. And the expression is in terms of t. Now for question number B, we have to find the coordinates of the point where dy by dx equals to 0. Now we know at the turning point the gradient is 0. So if you take a look at the picture, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 turning points. Two of them have the same value of y. The values of x's are positive and negative. Again, the other two, the same values of y, the values of x's are positive and negative. So we are supposed to find 4 turning points. That's what it looks like. So what we have to do over here is, for question number B, dy by dx equals to 0. Therefore, minus 6 sine 2t divided by 4 cos t plus pi by 6 equals to 0. Now we have to do solving trigonometric equation for this. If we send this to the other side, it becomes 0. So sine 2t equals to 0. Now for this, you need to know the concept of solving trigonometric equation from C2. Now for sine theta, consider 2t as sine theta. For sine theta equal to 0, we can directly write 2t equals to 0 degree, pi meaning 180 degree, and 2 pi meaning 360 degree. Now since we have 2t, that means this is a multiple angle. That means apart from the values that we have, we are going to have a second revolution. So if we have a second revolution, we just add 0 plus 2 pi, pi plus 2 pi, and 2 pi plus 2 pi, which is 4 pi. So we get 0, pi, 2 pi, 2 pi. So instead of writing 2 pi, I'm going to write only 1 2 pi. Then we have 3 pi and 4 pi. That's what we get. Remember, sine theta is 0 at 0, 180 degree, which is pi in radian form, 360 degree, which is 2 pi in radian form. But since it is multiple angle, we have to do a second revolution. That means with each of the angle, we add 2 pi. So now we can write down the value of t. So t equals to 0 by 2 is 0, pi by 2, 2 pi by 2 is pi, 3 pi by 2 is 3 pi by 2, and 4 pi by 2 is 2 pi. Now we need to remember, for the turning point, they have to be Cartesian point, meaning x coordinate and y coordinate. That's what a point refers to. So we have to put the values of t. So we need 4 turning points, as we can see. So what we have to do is put the values of t in x and in y, and we will find the turning point. That's what we have to do. So you have to be very careful with the calculation. So let's start. So for t equals to 0, we have x coordinate equals to 4 sine 0 plus pi by 6. Pi by 6 is 30 degrees. So 4, if you do sine 30 degree in the calculator or sine pi by 6 in the radian mode, you're going to get half. So this is going to be 2. You have to be very careful with the calculation. Y equals to 3 cos 2t. So 3 cos, if you put t equal to 0, it turns out to be 0. Cos 0 is 1. So y equals to 3. So we have the turning point 2, 3. So we get the first turning point. Now the second one would be t equals to pi by 2. So for t equals to pi by 2, which is 90 degree, 4 sine pi by 2 plus pi by 6. 4, if you add this up, 90 plus 30 is 120. In the calculator, it turns out to be root 3 by 2. So that would be 2 root 3. Remember, you'll be using your calculator. So y equals to 3 cos 2 times pi by 2 is pi. Cos pi is minus 1. So the coordinate would be 2 square root 3 minus 3. Next, we're going to use t equals to pi. So x coordinate is going to be 4 sine pi plus pi by 6. So that turns out to be 4 sine 7 pi by 6. And this turns out to be minus half if you use the calculator. So this is minus 2. And the y coordinate turns out to be 3 cos 2 times pi. Cos 2 pi is 1. So this would be 3. So the turning point is going to be minus 2, 3. The final one is t equals to 3 pi. We can go on and on, but we need only 4 turning points as you saw in the diagram. So x is going to be 4 sine. So t is going to be 3 pi by 2 plus pi by 6. So 4, if you use the calculator, it would be minus square root of 3 by 2. And this is minus 2 square root of 3. And y is going to be 3 cos 2 times 3 pi by 2. And this is going to be minus 1. So the turning point is going to be minus 2 square root of 3 minus 3. So let's list the turning points. As you can see, we have 4 turning points and we found the 4 turning points. So let's list them. Answer. The turning points are 2, 3, minus 2, 3. Then 2 square root of 3 minus 3, minus 2 square root of 3 minus 3.